Race number 10 we move on to now, the second last on the programme, and the 10th is a Class 3 1,600 metre contest headed by Precious Ship, who takes the drop into Class 3 for the first time.
Say that again.
Class 3 for the first time, Alfred Chan taking the weight off his back. Southern Superstar, third on debut. That was back in October, though. Grant Van Niekerk and Tony Millard. Unicron Jewelry, course and distance winner, 2 starts back. Super Elegance, 5th last time out behind Super Wise. He goes up in trip. Defining Moment, blinkers go back on, runner up behind Not Usual Talent last time out, and Travel First up in class, runner up on the All Weather last time out behind General Dino. Beauty Day, off a mark of 60, is eligible for the lower grades. Travel First is the horse that's been up at Chongfa. He returns on the 11th. That's after his last start effort. Finishing second, the speed here, Brad.
Good to slow. Travel First, Earth Trilogy to roll forward. Maybe Everlaugh to be a bit handier, along with Unicorn Baby. Unicron Jewelry from gate 2 won't be giving away too much of a start from that barrier. Precious Ship with Alfred Chan drawn 13. Do they roll the dice here with the lightweight and maybe roll forward and inject a little bit more speed into the race? Southern Superstar's a very interesting runner, no doubt has ability, coming back from a left stress fracture.
Here's Southern Superstar. As you can see, he's under double wraps. I don't know if he's quite there yet, this horse, but he's got plenty of ability, and he ran really well on his only run here in Hong Kong. But Grant Van Niekerk will take the mount, wide draw for him. I made this a horse to follow, Super Elegance. I'm going to stick with him as well after his 2 starts. He's by Tiafello, so up to 1,600 metres looks ideal for him. And Berto Responsibly sticks with the ship, and the horse goes nicely here in the morning as well. And Earth Trilogy, Zach Burton will jump aboard him. He was very unlucky 2 starts ago, Earth Trilogy. Maybe a little bit disappointing at his last start, but he goes okay, and his track work shows he's picked up again. All right, and he's still entitled to be improving as well, with just a handful of runs under his belt. Let's start off with Defining Moment, finishing second with Unicron Jewelry, Everlaugh, World Famous, and the aforementioned Earth Trilogy in behind her.
A bit to look at here. Defining Moment went well. Unicron Jewelry also, and he's drawn low, as I mentioned before. Earth Trilogy had excuses, and I thought World Famous probably should have won. Now he gets a start. I'm going to take a chance with him, World Famous. I thought this was an enormous run in defeat. Had to stop and start. You can see he gets going in the light blue again down on the rail. I think second up they can bounce, we know. It's a bit of an iffy scenario, but you'll get an each-way price, and he had a really strong form as a 2-year-old in the UK before coming. I like that run. I'm going to take a chance with him. Yeah, Defining Moment was unlucky too. He probably should have just about won as well. And it's interesting they're putting the blinkers on at Defining Moment.
All right, Super Elegance. You mentioned this horse before, Paul. Just the 2 runs under his belt. He's behind Super Wise on this occasion.
This is over 1,400 metres. He's got a staying pedigree. You can see him, he's second last, and once he gets into the clear, he hits the line really strongly. This is only his 2nd run here in Hong Kong. Look, he's a double-figure price. I'll make him the each way, the long shot for the meeting. I just really like the way he hit the line. I thought it was a really good run from him. And from barrier number 4, he won't get as far back over 1,600. He was making the most ground of anything. Yeah, I like the run too. I've got him in as well. I see where Paul's coming from.
All right, Travel First. Big run last time out on the All Weather. Only just touched off by General Dino, not Dr. Dino. He's a 3-time winner, but they've all been on the dirt, his wins.
Yeah, prefer him on the all-weather to this. He's drawn barrier number 11. It could be a pace influence, but that's about it for me.
Yeah, I've got nothing to add. Honestly, yeah, he'll be a pace influence, that's about it. He's had 27 goes at Sha Tin, never won. He's had 12 goes at Happy Valley, never won. So when he gets back onto the dirt, we'll look at him there.
All right, OK, 42 and 9.9. What about Southern Superstar? He's been off the track for a little while. Let's go back to Grant Van Niekerk, get his thoughts.
Southern Superstar, Grant. Had some good South African form, ran well here on debut. That was back in October, though. You've rode him in a recent trial. What was your take on that?
Yeah, look, he felt very good in his trial. He's going to need it, I think, a little bit, but he's also that he's quite fit, you know, and yeah, as I said, he felt really good in his trial, so I'm hoping he runs a good race. We have a bit of a tricky draw, but I think if I can get him in a good position, he can finish it off quite well with me.
First up over a mile, is he a horse you think that's going to get up over a bit of ground as time goes on?
Yeah, definitely. He does feel like a horse that could do a mile plus. So I think we'll still have to see the best of him. Obviously, he hasn't run for some time now, so he might just need it a little bit. And as I said, a bit of a tricky draw, but he's a horse that there's quality there, and hoping I get him in a good position and hopefully he can finish it off.
Do you remember him from your time in South Africa?
Yes, I do. Yeah, he used to be a right in South Africa. He won 1 or 2 good races, so it's always hard for them to travel to Hong Kong and compete against the good horses here. So yeah, I'm sure he is a quality horse, as I said before. So I'm sure he'll run well.
Interesting to see what he can do on the comeback trail. He has come up as place favourite at this stage, Paul, at 1.9. But
Paul was pretty hot for him too on debut.
Yeah, I've got him in.
Went in the long shot, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've got him in once again. I think he'll run all right. He's probably going to be a horse to follow out of this race, so I just think he'll improve from the runs, probably what I'm trying to say. Super Elegance on top, made the case for him already. Defining Moment, very unlucky at his last start, and probably should have won just about. Southern Superstar, we just talked about in Earth Trilogy, will give another chance. Only had the handful of starts. 7, 10, 4 and 9, but at 12s, I'm happy to make 7 each way.
Master Brewer, he was called in the UK, won in France as well, but World Famous. I thought this was a really good run on debut. He's the standby starter who gains a start. Imperial Gallantry out, he'll carry Saddlecloth too, World Famous. I'm happy to tip him and back him each way. Defining Moment, Super Elegance, Southern Superstar. Unicron Jewelry drawn low. Earth Trilogy looks close to winning, so it's another competitive race.
it is very much so. I thought Unicron Jewelry has been running very consistently. I thought he was pretty solid selection, but I've also got Southern Superstar in as well. I quite like him as well. All right, that's race number 10. One more race to go then, plus all the best bets. That comes up next.